Casino del Sol Stadium. We're headed toward the backstretch of the season, week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the Arizona Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Wake Forest head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Demon Deacons will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, it's Craig. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Catch in the middle. It's Spivey. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Back's got it on the screen. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Hand it to the back. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Firing to the right, complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense, being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Quick give. It's Wiggins. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Now, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Demon Deacons have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. On the ground, it's Wiggins. Driven back.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
Fields the punt. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Caught. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Blue 22.
We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Lopez. Out wide left, it's Wiggins. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Demon Deacons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they only had to move the ball 30 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That one's not even close.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Trying to establish the run. Turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore safety that the trainers are taking a look at. We'll let you know how he's doing as soon as we find out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Floats it out in space.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. That's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Right side, it's Jordan. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Hey, winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Left side is Spivey. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Out wide right, it's Jordan. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. From deep, it's Daniels. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Wiggins. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage with no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's Lopez to throw. Turns it upfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Demon Deacons have their offense in high gear. Might as well give it to him again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. 2nd and long here. Lopez to pass. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on 3rd and long, trying to get a receiver open in space, just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
2nd down to the air. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Right side, it's Jordan. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on second down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll go to the air on third and short. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. That's caught. It's Hernandez.
I think quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
On the flag. Second down coming up.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Straight ahead, it's Wiggins.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Just feeds the running back. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with Georgia taking on the Buffalo Bulls. And it's Georgia trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play fake, Gio Lopez. Between the hashes, it's Wiggins. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Drives inside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Kick is in the air. Trying to take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, and 2nd down coming.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got him. There was running room there, but he needed another step or 2 to make it to the 40 and move those chains. It's 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness. And
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Got to make the play on 4th. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Moving the pocket, it's Fafita. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They go play action with Lopez. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They're in the gun on 3rd down. It's Lopez. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Finds his target. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Running inside, it's Roberts. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Right, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Richardson. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Wiggins. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Trying to get the corner. He'll pitch it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
We got a close game here in the third quarter, and you're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3-and-out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Final play of the quarter coming. To throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. Comes down, it's Jordan. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Craig. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
And the pass is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a flag, and I think the offense is going to benefit from the quarterback taking an extra shot. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for space, it's Craig. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Long way to go on second down. Run inside. It's Roberts. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Throwing, Lopez. Out wide right, it's Davis. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Lopez. Working that left side now. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Got his man. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. Here's Lopez to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
From the gun, 3rd down, Gio Lopez. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed them. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Second and long here. From the gun, it's Clark. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Pulls it in. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the first down.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Throwing for it on 4th, Gio Lopez. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Crosses the 45. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown Wildcats. He got a step and just dusted the field. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Lopez. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Lopez to pass. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
and they need a chunk here on second down. Lopez. Almost picked off.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
See some running room. Fights off a defender. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops, and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field. But the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Here's Lopez to throw. Nearly intercepted.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Lopez from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender?
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Lopez to throw for it on fourth. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
You're down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage, everybody's eyes on the quarterback. That's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quick give. It's Roberts. Breaks the tackle. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Grabbed in the middle, it's Spivey. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The Demon Deacons use their second timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Back's got it on the screen. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.